Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Randy Shaves this morning for a Wednesday morning shave. Got some nice things to show you this morning. First of all, the soap I'm going to be using is MacDuff's Christmas Cabin. MacDuff's has a cabin series. I have the winter cabin. They have an autumn cabin, spring cabin, summer cabin. This is the Christmas cabin. Typical Hoffman's, very soft soap, very soft. Not a cream, but a croak. Wonderful scent. They all have the wonderful scent. I have the matching aftershave to go with that. And the scent notes on the Christmas cabin are cedar, cardamom, cashmere, evergreen, oud, spice, cocoa butter, patchouli, santal, musk. Now while this is called Christmas Cabin, this is not a literal Christmas scent. In other words, it can be used all year, and I will be using it all year. I'm not going to put it on the shelf till next Christmas, but it's a very pleasant scent. I just love their soaps. They do a very good job. The lather's great. It's very slick, and I really like it. For the razor today, last week I used a RazoRock 0.84 Game Changer. I really like that razor. And today I'm using another RazoRock razor with the same UFO handle. I like this handle. And this is the Mamba 70 that I'm using. Look how curved that head is, and how much it bends the blade. You can see there. And it's got a 0.70 millimeter blade gap, which is why it's called the Mamba 70. Makes sense. So we're going to be using that today. You have to shave with this a little bit differently than most razors, and I'll point that out as we go. For the brush today, I've got a beautiful Frank shaving. I picked this brush because it really goes well with the color theme of the soap label. This is a 26 millimeter Frank shaving fan knot. I tell you what, folks, let me tell you something. If you've never tried a Frank shaving badger knot, you need to. They have very, very good knots, and their price point is very good for badger. Excellent for badger. Oh, and let me point this out too. This morning I'm using HC&C's stainless steel lathering bowl. Their logo's down in there somewhere. It's covered up with soap. You can maybe barely see it, but this is a really neat little bowl. It's very shallow, which I like. It's got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 raised places in it to agitate the lather. Does a very good job. Very easy to hold in the hand. Great lathering bowl. Thank you, Pete. It's a nice brush. Okay. Oh, and let me tell you what I'm using in the Mamba. Whoops, dropped something. Hold on. Now, this is very unusual for me, but it works well for me. I'm going to be using a feather blade in the Mamba. The Mamba is a mild razor, but don't let that fool you. It's an efficient razor, and we'll see that as we go along. So let me get lathered up, and today I'm going to take my glasses off because I'm tired of getting lather on my glasses. And we'll just put this Christmas cabin to work here. I have been doing some adding to my collection of soaps and splashes and things like that. The Black Friday sale there at Razor Company really got my attention. I bought several things from them. Boy, this is a good set. And like I said, it can be used at Christmas, but doesn't have to be. Could be used any time of the year. And I will be doing that. So I'm going to warm the razor up just a little bit. Now you'll notice, as I pointed out, the curvature of the head. Let me give you a comparison. This razor that I'm fixing to show you is the RazoRock 0.84 Game Changer. And you can see the curvature of that head versus the curvature of the Mamba 70. So as I said, you have to shave a little bit different. If you try to ride the bar itself, you're not going to cut much. You have to bring that handle away from your face a little to engage that blade, and it absolutely shaves wonderfully. It's one of the smoothest razors I've ever come in contact with. So, got that part taken care of. Let's start shaving here. And you'll see how can you see how I've got that kind of, they might call it riding the cap. You pretty much have to do that with this razor. Now, what I recommend is you just put the razor on your face and start. And when you feel the blade start pulling, you're at the right angle. And that's the way I learned how to shave with this razor. There's not a whole lot of videos out there on the Mamba 70. That's another reason I'm using it, is to put another one out there. For people like me who may have been hunting one. One of my subscribers, Alfred, I'm not going to give you his last name because I'm not sure he would want me to, but he's a devoted subscriber and he loves this razor and recommended it to me. And it's a nice little razor. And I love that halo handle. I mean, not halo, UFO handle. And I usually don't like feather blades, but they work well in this one for me. Yeah, I bought a few soap and splash sets. Razor Company had like a Black Friday deal, and then they had what they call door busters, where they had some real bargains. And although I needed more soaps and splashes, like I need another hole in the head, I couldn't resist. Now, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, and it's nothing to do with the feather, but I'm still experimenting with this thing. So on the second pass, I'm going to switch the blade out and put a blade in that I normally use. I've got one right up here on my magnet. Well, if I can get it off. Okay, it's an Astra SP. So I'm going to see how much difference there is in the Astra. Almost said Aspera. The Astra and the feather for my second pass. Okay, I'm going to rinse. Okay. Load up the lather again and I do, when I'm not doing a video, I do this quite often to try out a blade and a razor. I'll do one pass with one blade and then do the second pass with another blade. I need a little more water in this soap too. Let me take my glasses off. I whip my lather up ahead of time and it kind of gets sticky on me if I don't use it. There's such a pleasant scent that soap is. I really like it. Okay. Now let's see what the Astra will do. I haven't used an Astra in this razor. Well, you can hear it's cutting. And of course, it is smoother because it's an Astra SP. They're just a smooth blade. The feather's not uncomfortable. It's just not quite as smooth as an Astra SP. The Astra is about the smoothest razor blade that I have ever. Well, let me back up. It's about the smoothest razor blade that has adequate sharpness that I've ever used. And I use them a lot. Oh, and by the way, I love Parma Sharps too. And another friend of mine made me aware the other night in a message that Amazon had Parma Sharps at a really good price due to the Russian thing, I believe he said. So I went and looked, and I got 100 Parma Sharps for $9.99, and he had gotten them a little bit earlier than me for $8.99. So man, I hopped on that because I love Perma-Sharps. You might want to go check them out. That's the cheapest I've ever seen Perma-Sharps. This really is a nice, comfortable razor, I tell you. Thank you, Alfred. I've been shaving with the Game Changer and with this, and my Yates 921. And I'm doing that especially on my videos to, just kind of change things up. I hate for a video to be the same thing every single time. Also, let me say that here lately I've picked up some subscribers, and I really appreciate that. Why do I want subscribers? Not for any monetary gain, because I don't get any money. But if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to take the time to do this and go to the expense of doing this to show new products and things, I want to make sure people are watching. Now I could go out and buy some subscribers, but that's not, the number is not what's important. What's important is whoever is subscribed, I like to see them watching. So subscribe if you haven't. We have fun here. Yeah, this Astra is definitely smoother. In this razor, and as I mentioned, that doesn't surprise me at all. They are just smooth blades anyway. I have never owned a razor, and I've owned a bunch of them, but I've never owned one that an Astra SP didn't work in. Now, I've owned several that a feather didn't work in. And Perma-Sharp, I have really good luck with them too, I tell you. Okay, time to put a little more effort into this trouble spot here, like I always have to do. You can hear I didn't get it all. There's just something about that spot that doesn't like me. But I can always go over it a third time and fix it. I believe that's going to about do us. So, get my rag here and clean off any lather that's left. And then it's alum time. Get that good and wet. No feedback anywhere. Anywhere. That's a good shave there. Very good. So, the next thing I do is what I always do. I'm gonna wash out this brush. This Frank Shaving Badger. Look at there. That thing holds some lather now. I've known Mean Lee for a long time. We just talked the other night and talked about how we've known each other now for 5 years, and we stay in contact with one another. He's just become a really good friend, and he's just a super guy, and does a fantastic job on his brushes. There's the knot. Got his little logo down there. And it's really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to wash off the alum. Then I'm going to put some Christmas Cabin aftershave on my face. I will smell good today. Very nice. Okay, got that done. Oh, I'm going to rinse out this lather bowl too, because I want you to see Pete's bowl. And there's his logo on the bottom. You can now see it, and you see the little ridges there. Very nice lather bowl. Okay, so recap. Christmas Cabin soap from MacDuff's. Christmas Cabin aftershave from MacDuff's. The RazoRock Mamba 70 with the UFO handle. And the Frank shaving brush. First pass with a feather blade, second pass with an Astra SP. Be sure and use my link to the Razor Company. It helps my channel. And there's instructions on how to do that. Type in Randy Shaves in the coupon code box, and it really does help me. So I appreciate that. And for today, I guess that's going to about do it. I'm going to record tomorrow a Razor Company shaving chat, and it'll be broadcast at some point. So keep an eye out for that. And have happy shaves, and I'll talk to you guys the next time. Adios.